Patrick Lancaster here on another episode of Ice Rock Warriors, and we're here in Labrador, Canada, showing you an area that's been much forgotten by industry, and modern civilization is just reaching it in the last years. And we're going to be showing you what the local population has to say about the, some say, encroachment on their area, if it's a help, if it's a hinder. What we're going to be showing you now is we're going to be going up into the mountains with Saga Metals, seeing how they have started a company here that is exploring the possibilities of mineral enrichment on the level of how it could help the local population here expand their villages, their culture, and bring people back to their dying areas to revitalize their culture. This is one of the far east areas that has had not much outside pressures and is now coming back. And as you see, we've got some snow plows here, or snowmobiles here. We're going to be going up in the mountains, showing you the real actions, how the local population is working with Saga Metals to make a better life. We're going to see some things we've never seen before here on Rock Warriors, and show you exactly what the situation here is on the ground. It's going to be an interesting time. I'm going to learn a lot. I hope you're here to learn with us. Let's show the world together. Please like, share, subscribe. We got a lot more information coming. Now let's get to it.
The name is Michael Garrigan, Chief Geological Officer of Saga Metals, and we're just getting the snowmobiles warmed up, and we're going to head up to the Trapper Zone. We're doing a drill move this morning to R0029.
And where are we right now?
So right now we're sitting at the laydown. It's the Saga Metals and Gladiator Drilling's laydown at our junction. It's where we keep our fuel, park our cars, our snowmobiles, and from here we head into site on our Forest Service road and our groomed trails.
And this Trapper Zone is 3 kilometers. Yeah, what's significant about that?
So the Trapper Zone, what we're drilling right now to put a mineral resource on, is 3 kilometers in strike. What's significant about that is that would make that the largest titanium, vanadium indicated resource in North America. What's more exciting though is that's 3 kilometer of a 20 kilometer trend that we're going to continue to build, making that even larger on a global scale.
And that 20 kilometers compared to the rest of the world, how does that stack up?
That would be, if we can prove that, it would be one of the biggest, Pat.
Okay, nice. And this community that we're in, what are your thoughts on this community and how this potential discovery could affect the community?
Well, first thing is the Cartwright community has been more supportive than any community I've worked in before. Overwhelming support to see this thing move forward. You know, all the boys coming in today, everyone who's working, it changes the mentality of a project when you know you've got support and everyone's invested to see it move forward.
And what's the plan for today?
So the plans for today, we're doing a drill move, as we said. So we're going to take the snowmobiles up. We'll move from pad 28 to pad 29. Once the drill's set up, the drillers are going to be able to start putting the casing in and start getting ready for the next drill hole.
And so we're actually going to be moving the drill pad.
Yeah, so we're moving the drill. So one of the things that really changed the economics of this project at this early stage for us is having a trail network. When you've got a trail network, you can actually pull the excavator, you can pull the drill with an excavator. So rather than bringing a helicopter in and having to move that drill with a helicopter piece by piece and getting it set up, we can actually drag the drill into place. It's a lot more timely and it's a lot more cost effective.
All right, great. And you're coming up with us?
I'm coming up with you.
All right, so I'm sure we'll have quite a few more conversations.
You betcha. Thanks, Pat.
The throttle right here.
Okay.
When you're starting off, don't bar it. Just slowly engage the throttle, slowly. And if you need to put on your brakes, or your brake right here.
All right, gotcha.
And you start her up. Make sure this red button is up. And push the start button right there. Start there.
Okay, okay, cool. And then just to kill it, you...
Tear her off, off like that.
Gotcha. So are you local?
Yes, I'm local, yes.
Ah, okay. Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah.
What do you think about Saga Metals?
Oh, it's a great company. I worked with them when they started their first when they come in town.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, nice. Me and my best friend. Well, actually, my best friend found these minerals first.
Really?
Yeah, my best buddy found these minerals, and Saga got the claims off my best buddy.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. So.
Maybe we'll get when we're not on site. We'll get you to a spot where you can.
Yeah, there's one in this one. I don't think there's one in that one.
Okay.
Can I chuck this in there?
What?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
What kind of gun is that?
It's a 410 shotgun.
Ah, nice, nice. All right, so here we go. Okay, so we'll make sure this is up, right? Okay, that's up, and then we do one of these, right? Boy, okay. Alright, so now we're headed up to the drill site. We're gonna get as much information on the ground as possible.
So we're standing right now on top of the Trapper North anomaly. This is the start of the Trapper Zone. The 3-kilometer strike starts from here, this hill behind us, and runs for 3 kilometers down to Trapper South, where we're drilling at the end of the anomaly right now at drill hole R29.
Okay, cool.
So this could be the start of the 3-kilometer titanium revolution for North America, basically. It's like ground zero of where
This is ground zero where we start our mineral resource and start rolling down our confidence of that 20-kilometer trend. So 100-meter spacing, every 100 meters we're putting a fence in with confidence, a drill fence, multiple drill holes, so we can build, understand the structure and build the 3D model of what this resource is.
So this will be like the center of the open pit.
This would be the start. This would be an exceptionally high-grade zone if it was the Trapper North. We don't know exactly why yet. We're making an assumption right now that it might be because it's folded. As it's folded, we have a high concentration of magnetite in one area. Usually, like at the Hawkeye Zone, we would see layering. But here at Trapper North, it is just semi-massive magnetite. And so as our grades that we put out on our press release last month show, this is the highest concentration of magnetite that we have in any single one spot. And because it's folded, like an A, this whole hill is a layer that's layers that are folded over in one spot.
Ah, so that it's layered, basically.
So it's like, you imagine, you know, the layers when they first formed would have been like this. Now, you know, 1.6 billion years, it's now like that. But as it's done that, it's folded like this. So, and that's the hill. And so you have all the layers that are folded in between, and that's what we're drilling. So when we drilled Trapper North, we drilled through that through that A-frame there.
Okay, gotcha.
Much like this branch right here.
You ever go to one of them old gold towns and you see the prospectors there before the town existed, and it's all black and white, right? And then you get it's all modern, the town's been built up and the mine's there. If this is one of those pictures where people could be looking at the picture in 50, 60 years time when all this has changed, looking at us.
Standing on top of the pit with the pit behind us.
Literally. So it could be like a modern day black and white picture of me and him. Like this type of stuff, right, that you'd see in a museum. It's crazy stuff to think that people could end up looking back on this as one of then in their time, North America's biggest titanium resource. Possibly.
Yeah. And
history in the making.
Yeah. Right? And it's crazy, the mine life of these kind of things. You think of Lac Teal, they've been mining that since the 1950s. So you gotta wonder, when something is strike length longer than that and potentially larger, what are you looking at at a mine life? So I mean, we're hoping to build something here that, you know, Cartwright and their grandkids are still working.
The gentleman there, your family goes back how many generations here?
Four generations.
Four generations.
Four
right?
generations, yeah.
How many years is
Here in
that?
the area.
Fifth generation.
Hmm?
That name was a fifth generation.
Okay, it could be 5. He's very related too.
Yeah.
There's five generations.
And before that?
They come from England. Our ancestors did.
Oh, really?
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
Then they married Inuit women, and here we are.
Yeah.
Love conquers all.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Those fucking English, eh? There you go. And I just ruined the video.
You just had to fuck up. And they're like, you know, in 100 years they're going to be like, how was William Dafoe on the mine?
Fuck you.
So the crazy thing about Trapper North is when these guys started doing the geophysics, the magnetometers were crashing, manual reset, they were breaking on us nonstop, and we couldn't figure out what was happening. What we realized was what was happening is that it was so high. Like what, Brandon? We hit 120 nanoteslas, 120,000 nanoteslas. Yeah, the highest machine went. We maxed out at 120,000 nanoteslas. And what we had to do to avoid that breaking was we actually had to gradually walk into it at 5-meter intervals, taking station after station, or we'd have to walk over, go back again, and gradually do it. So every time that machine went from an extreme low to an extreme high, which was the start of the oxide layering, it would crash it unless we tried to work through it. The technicians that we were working through had only ever heard of that happening at one time, and that was up at Baffin Island at the iron mine in northern Canada.
And that's because there's so much of a buildup of minerals.
There's so much magnetite in a single spot that the magnetometer, it could not process that change from low to high. It was so drastic.
I just realized there's so much snow here. These aren't the trees. These are the tippy tops of the trees. Wow.
So we're now in the middle of Trapper South. We've covered about 2.5 kilometers of the entire strike length of the Trapper Zone. You can see just off there on the right, there's a pad. That was the first pad's drill hole 12 that we did in Trapper South.
And when did you guys actually start here?
Start in the Trapper Zone?
Yeah.
So
like at this site.
Yeah. So this summer at the Trapper Zone itself, we started to put the trail in, and we started doing the geophysics. The year prior to that, in 2024, we had ran some soil grids over the area. We knew that there was an anomaly. We wanted to prove it. So we did a soil grid over the anomaly, and we came back with pretty consistent values of over 1% titanium in the soil. So we knew that we could then correlate it to what we'd seen at Hawkeye, and we had the confidence to push for the trail geophysics and start doing drilling.
And if everything goes right, when is this going to be turned into a mine?
That is a really tough question to answer. Step by step, first step right now is a mineral resource. We put the mineral resource and maintain the confidence of an indicated resource, and we can start doing the necessary steps to move that forward.
Hey guys. Oh shit, that sucked. That was not fun.
It's really soft there.
Yeah.
All over. Stay over to the edges up.
Hey.
Stay over to the edge.
All right, how are you?
Oh, good, man, good.
Yeah, it was a little better about 5 seconds ago.
It's bad,
Yeah, you're good there.
Yeah, okay.
The drill's not running, but you can see what it looks like inside. I mean, it's gonna get moved, but you can see closed shaft, tower in the middle.
Well, to start off, can you introduce yourself, please?
Adam Payne, I'm foreman for Gladiator Drilling. We have a Duralite 500 is what we use, this one. We actually boosted up, it's a bit bigger. It's got a bigger pump, and it's got a V20 head instead of a V15, so now it's actually more like an 800. And well, we can drill probably to 500-600 meters deep, but these holes we usually run it around 250. And the rock is pretty hard, but we've been doing real good. Like we've been averaging 150 meters in 24 hours.
Wow.
On average. But this is also a fly drill, so it all comes apart. So you can take the power pack is one section, the motor's another section, the tower's another section, and then your base. So it all comes apart and we can fly it.
With the helicopter, yeah?
And then build it, put it back together so we can drill in remote locations anywhere.
And today you're going to be moving it, yeah?
Yeah, today we're going to be moving it, but it's inside the skid. So it's got solid steel skids under it, so we just drag it with the excavator.
Okay. And that's what the process is going to be now, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. And why are you moving it?
Because the holes are done here. We did 2 holes, so we did one on a -45, which is the angle, and then we re-dipped to a -60, and then we did another one. So these 2 are done, so we're going to move to our next setup.
All right, great. It's going to be far, or?
Nope, no, it's not real far.
Okay, great.
About 150 meters.
So what's the process now going to be?
We're just going to hook up to the drill shack here, and we're going to tow it to our next location.
Okay, about how many feet is that?
How far are we going?
Yeah.
Like 150 meters.
Is this rather more dangerous part of the job, or what do you think?
The drilling's probably more dangerous, but the moving, yeah, as long as everybody's away from the drill and not behind like the excavator, stay out of the line of fire, you're all good to go.
All right, cool, thanks. All right, as we can see, they just finished attaching the excavator to the drill shack itself, and they're starting the movement of the drill to the next location. Now they've taken it away from the hole itself, and this is part of the overall process to 3D map the mineral content of this mountain we're on right now. We're going to be showing you the whole process, how it goes, night to day, and everything in between. Now let's take a closer look.
Yeah, the process is going well. Boys have moved it, just moved to the other pad here, getting ready to line it up with the front and back sights, and ready for drill hole number 29.
29.
Yep.
We've done 28 before this.
Yeah, correct. So we've done the first 7 drill holes were actually for the Hawkeye zone. We drilled in January, February, March of 2025. We just built off the same number.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So 22 here on this.
22 holes in the trapper zone.
Why do you call it trappers?
That's just the name that we came up with. It was we got the tradition of the boys in Cartwright. Daryl himself drops up in the area, so it's going to be an appropriate name.
All right. Daryl, Bobby's father, he traps here, yeah?
Yeah, he traps all over the place.
So that's something that the locals are into. They've been for a long time?
Yeah, absolutely. Trapping's a pretty important part of the culture for Nunavut and really for a lot of people around there.
It might be possible to meet some locals, see what how they do that, yeah?
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people that would love to share the knowledge that they have. But he'll bring in the excavator, and he'll make sure that the ground is packed, flat, and suitable for the drill to get set up. You can see there's 3 flags through here. These 3 flags are lined up at a 38-degree strike. That's our perfect perpendicular angle to hit the layering. So you've got your back sight and your front sight. and the drill will be set up right in the middle, right there, along that line.
Okay, so these aren't just random holes. This is
No random holes. Like, this is all the geos, everyone on the team, we've sat down. We understand what direction this is going, and what's super important in exploration or when you're building a resource is you have to understand the geometry of this. When you understand the geometry of it, in order to have an accurate representation of what that is, you have to make sure that you're then crossing it at true width or perpendicular to what the system is. So we have to be very careful in making sure, okay, now that we understand the strike, the length of it and the direction, that we can cross this perpendicular to give the best representation of what this is. If we can't do that, then we can't come back with accurate numbers.
All right, so what's the next part of the process?
We're just going to drag the drill in here now. I have to swing it around so that the front, to the front side, and we line the drill up centered on the collar. This is going to be the collar of the casing. Then that's your back side. So we bring it in, swing it around, front of the drill is going to face here, and the collar is going to be on your back side drill.
And the actual hole is going to be where?
Right here.
Okay, so that's the hole.
That's the collar, yeah. Okay. Then we put our TN14 on and we do some other adjustments to make sure it's dead on.
What's the deal now?
So we just got the drill in place. We've lined it up on our 38-degree azimuth. So we're in place, ready to start drilling. Next steps, we got to start bringing the rods in. We got to bring the water line out to the site. The drillers are getting stuff organized and set up in the shack, and then we're off to the races. So, you know, it makes a big difference, economics and time-wise, when you can bring in an excavator, use trails, and get each pad set up accordingly. So,
all right, so time to head back?
Time to head back.
All right. And later we'll come up and see them when they're actually drilling, yeah?
It won't be too long, a couple hours they'll have everything set up and they'll put the casing in, they'll put the anchors in, and then they can start firing rods down, and we'll be back up to see it then.
All right, great.
Yeah, so you know what's made a huge difference for us on the economics of this project is be able to bring the drill in on skids. You can see Gladiator Drilling's got their Duralite 500. They got the metal skids on the bottom. So that excavator, Adam can pull this in, he can line it up in place. You saw how quick he was able to get that lined up with our 38-degree azimuth. We'll put a little survey tool on the rods to make sure that's exactly accurate. Drilling magnetite, you can imagine our compasses don't work too well, so we use special equipment to make sure that we're on target. And it makes a huge difference. You imagine if we were doing this heli-supported program, you know, that's a $25,000 move. You're moving things piece by piece. It's
just
always
that, what we did, yeah?
Oh yeah, every single move, the helicopter time to do that, you know, the risks of slinging all the equipment in, and what that means for the people on the ground and Adam. So this is a way safer, way more efficient, more timely, and more economic way of moving the drill.
And what determines when you're able to do it this way or needing to do it in the helicopter?
Economics and location in
Location,
the environment.
yeah?
You know, the trail that we put in here, we've been working on that since the summer. We did the first pass in the summer, doing the early cut trails, and then, you know, we've got you know, Brandon and the field team keeping a couple pads and a couple days ahead of the drillers to make sure that everything's cut and moving. So it's an ongoing process where if you're doing a heli supported program, you know, you walk in, cut the pad, and you fly it right in. But everything else that goes to it costs money, and then you're stuck out there. For safety reasons for these guys too, is we've got our safety shacks, we've got our snowmobiles. If anything goes wrong, we can get everyone out safe and easier. You know, there's times with a helicopter as well. You might find right now, helicopter wouldn't fly this. We wouldn't be doing a drill move. We very well could be on standby for a couple days, waiting for the chance for the helicopter to come in.
Wow, nice. How thick's the ice?
That's pretty thick.
Yeah, we're not gonna fall through.
We haven't yet.
First time for everything, huh?
Oh, it would be the first time.
it just really sucks.
So we go across and then come back, or?
Oh, we keep going the trail.
Okay.
It's less bumpy than the other trail right now.
Okay, can we go across like halfway and then get off and fly a bit?
Probably where the small trees pick up on the other side.
Good, yeah.
We can jump on there and then
Yeah, the trees that we can all mark down.
Yeah, and I'll drone.
back and then you can get a drone shot.
All right. This is a large lake we're driving across right now. Woo! Holy fuck yeah. Oh, pretty good. A lot better than the way there.
Yeah.
Quicker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So now what are you thinking?
We'll head back to the core shack and see how the teams are doing with the magnetite.
Great. Hey. So these are the cores from up there, huh?
Yeah, this is we're looking at our intercept right here. Charles is testing the magnet pen. You can see why we call it layered mafic intrusion. You can see the layers and the bands of the magnetite.
Got a strong pull for the magnet.
Really?
Yeah, hold it by.
Oh, so this is a magnet, yeah?
Yeah, this is a magnet pen. So if you hold it right there
Okay.
and put it next to the core, you'll be able to tell what's
Oh, wow. So there's a lot of metal in there.
that. You're looking at a big tube of magnetite.
And magnetite has...
The
What-
titanium, the vanadium, and the iron. You can actually probably just let
Wow.
it hang there.
Wow, look at that. That's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a titanium, vanadium, and iron component is all in.
And they all like that. Yeah. it's
Yeah.
just-
Oh yeah, this is. So we're averaging over about 100 meters for our main intercepts each time. So you can see we're about 10 meters there when we start to enter it. You can see the layer pick up. And what Dylan's working on right now, it's kind of a more semi-massive that we just showed you.
Uh-huh.
And you can see the magnetite content continues into what Len's working at about 191 meters right there.
Uh-huh. And this is the whole team, yeah?
Yeah, this is a whole team. It's it's more than we would normally have on a regular basis. We have a cross shift right now. So Grace and Buka have been here for 6 weeks. And Dylan and Len just came in the other day, and we're going to do a cross shift. So a little bit of spend a couple days with the team to make sure everyone's on the same page.
Uh-huh.
And yet Danielle over there from Cartwright's doing our logging right
Hello.
now, or our teching right now. So all the red lines is our orientation lines. So we can take accurate structural measurements and measure out the meter marks.
Nice.
So like this is, our geophysics got the Trapper North zone. So when we were on top of the hill there, we were up here.
Mm-hmm.
We took a trail all the way down here, and we just moved the drill to right there. So that's the 3 kilometer strike. So
Okay.
What we're working on right now is down here. These are what we've completed over the last couple of weeks. And those are some of the, our working cross sections of our intercepts. You've probably seen in the press releases, but say 16 and 17, we intercepted. Here's our intercept. You can see the layering that comes through there.
About the magnet pen.
Yeah.
Is my understanding that precious metals like gold and titanium aren't magnetic?
No. So what you're going to pick up with a magnet pen is essentially just magnetite to minor amounts, maybe say ilmenite. But this is, if the rock is magnetic, if it contains magnetite, it will stick to it.
And the titanium is in the magnetites.
So magnetite contains a component of iron, titanium, and almost
all our vanadium is strictly in magnetite.
So it's the iron that's actually attracting the magnets.
It's the it's the chem. Okay, you know what? We cut that, and who's the guy who's going to best answer?
So it's my understanding that precious metals like gold and titanium aren't magnetic. So why does the magnet pen stick to the samples?
In short, iron has two oxidation states, iron 2+ and iron 3+. And one of which essentially is missing an electron. It wants that electron, and that is essentially what is attracting the magnetism. That is the magnetism.
From the iron.
From the iron within the magnetite structure. Yeah.
Okay, so it's just the fact that it's has magnetism is kind of a bonus. You just already know the titanium is in the magnetite.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So it's using the different minerals to find another mineral, basically.
Yeah, essentially that's pretty common in exploration.
All right, so that's been a quick look at the Saga Metals exploration here. Pretty interesting, headed with the snow mobiles into the outback or the mountainous area here, and seeing the results after moving the drill. Those cores came from the original hole, and now there's going to be another hole bringing more cores. And this is just one of 22 holes they've done here in this exploration so far. Now, again, this isn't just about drilling. This isn't just about snowmobiles. This is about community. And next, we're going to be going into the community, talking to people about how they live here, how they've lived for centuries, who are the people, and everything in between. So we've got a lot of information coming. Stick with us. Please like, share, subscribe. So much more important information to come.